To read the question, you can leave your answers in the chat box. The people in the YouTube, read carefully, take a minute, look at in a qualitative way. People watching from YouTube or LinkedIn, you can leave your answers in the chat box. Let me read it out for you. Started getting the answers already. Let's give a few more seconds. I started getting answers already. One common alphabet I'm seeing is A. At least a few people answered here in the chat. Let me see YouTube also. Okay. Few more seconds. Let everyone answer. A looks a common alphabet. Okay, then what is else? And again, I'm E seeing as a common alphabet, most of them. So I have two alphabets with me, A and E, top and bottom. The rest all keep changing. Okay, some pattern is here. All right, then let's give few seconds to listen the question first. Let's understand the question. Before we read the question, since you all read the question, can you help me? A word or a sentence you found you liked it or you observed it, qualitative way. Which one you observed? What is the keyword in the question? Abhiviktya shares transition. Adopt is a keyword. Okay. Okay. Adopt an agile approach is a keyword. Smooth transition. Any other key terms from the question?
So it says project manager is responsible. So I think the project manager is going to have to do a lot of work before the team can step in it.
Okay. Responsibility goes to manager. Software development project, and the project team has using a predictive approach. They are into predictive already. However, due to changing requirements, let's come to the changing requirements. Do you all should remember, I should have said this 100 times already. Repeat again. What this graph is going to talk?
Stacy's metrics, requirements,
requirement and technology, technical.
Technical. Also, we can call it as what to do.
How to do.
How to do. So are they talking something on this direction? Due to changing requirements, which means the uncertainty is going to be high. A project can have a high uncertainty, 100% uncertainty, or it can also have a lesser uncertainty, lesser here. The project team has decided to adopt an agile approach. Look like they are somewhere here. Technical, we don't know, but let's keep it somewhere here. Somewhere here, they're going to fall as a category. At least you understood the reason. Why I'm drawing this is you're understanding why we need it. Okay. Which three actions? They're asking 3 actions. Should the project manager take to ensure smooth transition? As Abhik, they are pointing out, a smooth transition from a predictive to agile approach, and that the team adapts well. Look like manager has to start something. Who is responsible? There should be a buy-in. Are you seeing something here? Buy-in. Team adapts it. which is a buy-in. When I say buy-in, they should also agree for it. Can we force a new methodology, new way of working to the team members? Will it be successful?
No.
And right, forcing may not help. So we have to get a buy-in. Very good. So before you go jump to the answer, let's take one step back and see what PMI wants from us. The person who's asking this question, who framed this question, what they will expect from you after reading, let's say, 500 pages of book, thousands of questions practice, what they expect from you. What kind of expectation can be here?
So they're trying to understand if we are able to practically understand how we'll be implementing this if we are approached with a real life situation.
Okay, one is a practical knowledge. Is it possible? How you'll do it, isn't it? That's a point. How?
Right.
How you do it. Okay. Nice. Then what? Anything else popping up in your mind? Give a try. Nothing wrong. Just give a try.
Probably how to manage teams when they are transitioning. That
Ah,
is, as it's mentioned, changing requirements, and since projects keep on changing with the requirements, so how can you
how you
manage
manage
your
a team. Very good.
yeah.
So your application knowledge is needed. Your team knowledge is needed. Which means, are you a team player? Are you a person who thinks of, what is the other term for it?
Servant leadership.
Okay. Are they going to try these topics with us in this question? Something related to that, not directly, indirectly. See, when I'm reading a question, I'm trying to see a question, what they anticipate from me through this question. Definitely I have to find answers. I'm not denying that. But before finding an answer, what is the core of it? Why? When I get that, chances I get better. So I observe that one, I'm hearing a practical knowledge, how you'll apply this. Second one is how you manage your team, because ask is a smooth transition. Other one is servant leadership, the thought of being with the people, help the people. Okay, keeping this in mind, let's move to the answers part. We have to start applying first the elimination technique. Which answer here looks totally out of context? Doesn't make sense at all.
D.
D.
Why this is totally out of context?
Before you implement anything, it is necessary to inform the team, or they should be
Ah.
aware.
So it is happening like
Enforcing.
Passive thing.
Yeah.
it's a one-way communication, isn't it? It's a one-way communication. Is it one-way communication a model of servant leadership? A servant leader will be having one-way communication?
No.
No.
So if PMI is expecting me in the exam, in this question, they're expecting me as a servant leader, so this goes away. So I think it's very obvious, right? It goes away. It's a very easy go away, but keep in mind how you want to take it away, because they're looking you as a servant leader, a person who works with the people. That helps you to think other question also in the right order. Now you pulled out one more pull out will give the right answer itself. But that's the toughest part now. So before we pull one item out, we will see one item, the best out of all. The best out of all. What is the best out of all?
A. Train the team on
Yeah.
agile mindset.
Okay. Now, is agile mindset is again going back to servant leadership? How you manage a team, practical, yeah, those all comes under the umbrella, but the servant leadership. Okay, A goes there, so we choose A. So one best to be chosen, one worst to be chosen. So now comes going to be a toughest part. When I say toughest part, one more answer here, which is in between. It may be totally wrong or maybe close to right. So any other answer you see, something is in between, whether kind of wrong, kind of a feel. Which way you feel that?
For me personally, it feels like it is E because the project manager is responsible for the software development project, right? So he is the one who will be managing end-to-end deployment of it.
Mm-hmm.
And since they are transitioning from predictive to agile, I think it is the project manager's responsibility in
Ah,
terms of course, but then also in terms of making it smooth for the team to transition into that and then create and then, have a discussion parallelly with them to ensure that they are transitioning smoothly. So maybe personally for me.
which alphabet you said?
E, request an agile coach to help the team.
That will go out. Okay. You
Yeah.
feel that that shouldn't be there. That is a manager's responsibility, isn't it? That's what your thought. That's a
No,
valid.
that is not ideally a manager's responsibility, but as per the question, he is responsible for the software development project, right?
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Okay, okay, I see that. So you feel that E can be leased. It can be leased. That's your thought.
Yeah,
Okay.
from B, C, and E, yeah, E can be released.
E can be leased. Okay, let's thanks for those points, Abhigya. I appreciate it. By the way, it should be late night or early morning for you. What's the time?
It's 10 p.m. for me.
10 p.m. Okay, it's pretty late, isn't it, for you? Okay.
Yeah, a little.
Thanks for joining in that case. So then I'll pull one of them to ask why E is interesting there. Maybe Bhupendra is there. Bhupendra, why you thought E is good for you? Bhupendra,
Sorry, Shri.
uh,
Yeah, sorry. So why I feel that E is better because even if it's as ma'am was telling
uh,
about the responsibility, but at certain point of time we never know what kind of challenges might come, as we have variety of people with different background and experience in the team. So
mm,
definitely there would be some scenarios where we might need some assistance in terms of coaching or mentoring. So
mm.
I feel that it would be required to have an agile coach who can guide team time to time.
Okay. I see your point there. Okay, coming back to Bhupendra and Abhiviktya, we're talking about here. Let's look at this point. The project manager is a software development project. Yes, nice. And the project team has been using predictive. Has been using predictive. Can I take this example? Year 2024. I'm sitting in this company. I'm as a manager. I'm not a new manager. I'm a manager already with this team. This team is using predictive from the month of January, and we are in the month of September now. They are been using predictive. From September end or October, I'm going to get into agile model. So now, do we think the manager will have all agile thought already with him? Because a manager who has worked in predictive, can I trust only this manager or a specialist it needed? When I say specialist, SME. Because we are
No.
getting a new field, do we think SME is needed?
Yeah, an SME would be definitely needed because he would
Uh,
himself not be quite
okay,
aware. I mean, it
okay.
is expected out of him, but he probably would not be
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
aware.
But I like your point. You said the person is responsible. So
Yeah,
you have to do it. When you say responsible, can I say responsibility of inviting the right SME? That's also a manager responsibility.
correct.
See,
Yes,
today it is agile. Tomorrow, imagine team want to do AI, artificial intelligence. I'm responsible, but I may not be expert on AI. Should I invite a
correct.
person with AI knowledge in the market? Right?
Yeah, ideally, yes,
Okay.
yeah.
But let's keep an answer there. I'm not telling which is right answer. I'm parking it. So A is there, E is there, we're parking it. So D gone away. So let's go with the B and C. Create a detailed plan for the transition. Okay, detailed plan for transition. Other one is engage the team in a discussion on the transition. One is a detailed plan. One is engaging the team in the discussion. Which one we want to go? For which I have Chaitra chosen B. Chaitra, you want to talk about B? Why you thought B is good for you?
Yes. So, from my perspective, what I thought is that while there is an agile coach that is helping the team to understand and also engaging probably with in discussions with the team,
Ah,
the project manager may be able to create a detailed plan, leading from the back so that the team, as they are getting mentored and coached, they can
ah,
slowly transition according to the plan. So that's why
ah.
it chose B.
That's nice. That sounds a good one because plans should be there. Let me listen to one more person for C. Anyone want to talk for C? You thought C is good because of this reason?
Yeah, Shri
See,
Kapila here.
Kapila. Yep, Kapila, please go ahead.
So, Shri, what I feel is considering that the servant leadership model, it's better to discuss with the team and then
Ah,
take their buy-in, like we discussed earlier.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
Uh,
But if you see, listen to Chaitra's voice, Chaitra says that you should have a proper plan in place.
But one of the most important principle of Agile is that we should not have a very detailed plan from the beginning,
Ah,
right? We know that there can be changes, which will be coming. So we should be ready for that.
okay. Adaptive nature. That's what you want to say.
Yes, yes.
Hmm. Mm-hmm. Chaitra, any points on that? Adaptive nature?
So, right, I agree to what she said, but I think the adaptive nature would be implied to the project and its deliverables rather than the mode in which the
Transition.
team works.
Ah, okay. You don't consider this as a plan, Chaitra. You feel it's away from project. You think so?
Uh, I feel that this is a separate project transitioning into Agile. Perhaps this is something that the team also needs to adapt as a model of working.
Hmm. So transition is a different. I see your point. Your point is, Shri, if you talk deliverable, let's say first release, I want to give login screen for a travel application. Second release, payment gateway. That is different. For there, I don't go detailed planning. Yeah, that's what you're saying. When it's a transition, guys, I know, man, we have to transfer to different model. So I should
Mm-hmm.
need a detailed plan. Which month I will do training? Which month
Mm-hmm.
I will do first way of working in Agile? Which
Right,
month we'll go to second? I think I should have a detailed. That's what you're saying.
right.
Okay. I see
And
value in both the points here. Anything more here?
Shri, I think C could be part of B actually. In your detailed
Hmm.
plan, you can have a team discussion in the transition. That could be
Ah,
part of your detailed plan in transition.
you mean C is a subset of B?
Yeah, maybe.
Ah, okay. I see the point. I see your point. Okay, then let's make the argument a little more interesting. What we'll do is, let's read the question one more time. Which three actions should the manager take to ensure smooth transition? Okay, up to this is clear. Up to this clear, smooth transition. I can take this answer as a good one. I can make a detailed plan that can make us a smooth transition. And that the team adapts it. The moment you say team adapts it, can a manager alone can create a detailed plan? Will it be successful? If I'm
No,
going to draft a
right,
plan,
right.
No.
if I'm going to draft a plan and I'm going to say, guys, and in January, I expect this to happen. In March, this we expect, not we, I expect to happen. When I start using I, the third bullet point, which PMI expected from you from this question, what was the bullet point expected?
Servant leadership.
Servant leadership. Do you think some friction starts happening there?
Hmm.
Possibly. I'm still not telling which is right answer. I'm trying to see that. Okay. Now let's push out all the thoughts what we discussed. Now let's read the question one more time. This is a manager's responsibility. As Abhikti was pointing out, it's this person's responsibility. And team is working in a predictive till September. Let's say from October, they want to get into Agile. And due to the changing need. So until then, the project, let's imagine like this, a project is going. The project is planned in 2024. And in Q2 2025, the project will be completed. When they came to September 2024, they realized, let's move on an adaptive approach. This is the thought. Now, PMI is looking from you what kind of person you are. Primarily, they want to know what kind of person you are. Three things you have to do. In these three things, majority of you choose an A. No excuse on this. It should be there. That's what you will say because mindset is important. For mindset in classes, we learn something. What we call it as in mindset? One is doing agile. What is it?
Okay. Being agile.
Doing agile, being agile, right? Two things we have to do. That's a mindset. Now we go for the being agile. To ensure the smooth transition. Okay. One question to you. In a corporate, when you want to change the way of working, how complicated it is? Is it smooth or it is going to be having its own challenge?
Challenging. It's very challenging.
Okay. Do people like change?
No.
People want change, but they don't like change. You know that?
Yes.
People want change. They want the government to change. They want the tax system to change. They want the drainage system, road cleaning, everything to change. But when people want to change, they don't like to change. That's the toughest part of human being. So when you use the word smooth transition, definitely a lot of challenges going to be there. So PMI, through this question, looking you, what is your emotional balance? What is your people understanding? How you are a team player? How you are understanding the ground level problems before you propose a solution? This is the expectation of the question. When you read a question, take one step back, what they're looking from me. Once you understand what they're looking from me, here they look out as a team adaptiveness. When I say team adaptiveness, from the teams, you have to get the input. For this, sometimes we use a fishbone diagram. Sometimes we use a team building exercises. Sometimes it could be a retrospective. Somewhere you get this input. So it should be a ask from them, for which I said when I start reading the question, I use the word buy-in. If anyone remember it, buy-in. If you don't have a buy-in, you cannot implement it. In India, for last few years, they're trying to implement a helmet rule. Do you know that every state is trying a helmet rule in
Yes,
India?
yes.
Okay, was it successful now? Was it successful?
Not so far. Nitin Gadkari is now encouraging to sell helmets along
Very
with
good. Very good. It is
yeah.
happening. I'm hearing
Yeah.
this for last 10, 15 years. They're trying hard. The buy-in is so tough. In India, they don't want to pollute the roads, spit or put on paper on the road. They're trying hard. It's not a smooth transition. We're trying hard, which means there is no buy-in. If there is no buy-in, whatever rule you're going to bring in, that thing will work. So how do you do that? So now let's forget about Indian government problem. Let's come to our problem. So question is looking for the mindset. So definitely you all chose the right answer, mindset. Very good. And then I saw one answer, people saying that for doing this, I need a coach in place. Most of you, I see answer E goes in. Abhikti also brought a point. We discussed it. A coach is needed because a manager is responsible but cannot drive the show. Very good. Now, if I say A and E looks a good answer, in between I have a competition in which D straight away goes out because you are injecting something on the people. Now we came to the competition of B and C. In B and C, B looks a really good answer. I'm not denying that. Detailed plan, you can create it. When you create it, what is happening here is, if I don't discuss with them and I create a plan, chances are, I'm not saying always, but chances are it can fire back. Is this true? Chances are that fire back can happen. Someone in the team will tell, I don't think we discuss this plan. If anyone worked in a multicultural environment, I'm sure you face this issue. Have you faced this issue? You propose a plan and team fires back? Have you been in any multicultural environment?
Yes. Yes.
You never thought they'll fire back. You will go and tell something, even though it's a good for them. In a room of 22 people, one person will raise a hand. I don't think we discussed it. That's what this guy will tell. Enough. In the room of meeting, one guy says, I don't think we discussed it. Enough. The whole team will turn towards him and start saying, oh, yeah, we didn't discuss it. Even though it's a good plan, even though it's a beneficial plan, people won't accept it because we are in the year 2024, which means we are working with KW people. Who is KW people? Who is
Knowledge
KW people?
workers.
Knowledge workers. If the same question was asked when my dad was working in a company or my grandfather was working somewhere, may or may not they ask the question. But we are living in a world of 2024. Things are changing. People will ask questions. That is also reason many country politicians are having a tough time because people are asking questions. So when you work in that situation, now tough fight is C or B. All right, good. Let me figure it out here. Let me stop here. If I give you a chance to re-vote, which alphabets you will choose? Let's try one final time for this question. Let me see your answers. After all this discussion, what alphabet pops up? People from YouTube, let me check out your answers. Okay. Okay. Okay, in alphabet in YouTube, Pradeep, ABC, Prakash, ACE, Vishal, ACE. Okay. All right. I'm seeing mostly people are going with the A there. Let me see the points. All right. And then let me see here. Here I'm seeing all ACE. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Everyone ignored B. You guys don't want a plan. Okay. All right. Then let's go to the right answer. Boom. Boom. Is it a justifiable answer after our discussion?
Yes.
Okay. So now
Yes,
what is the
Shri.
learning? What is the learning out of this question? What we learned out of it? Any one point pops up in your mind? What we learned?
It is necessary to involve team for any
Very good.
transition.
Very good. Very good. That's a good point. So in Agile, in the class somewhere I showed a team structure in a circle format. One other place I would have showed a hierarchical format. You remember that? Somewhere I shown it. Two ways of team structure. One is circle, one is hierarchical. Now, which model we are discussing here? Circle or hierarchical?
Circle.
Circle format. If it is a hierarchical, chances are I can draft a plan and pass to them. Even now I can draft it, but did I spend time with them? That's a key point. So PMI, in this question, they would have expected you nothing wrong to draft up a nice. But since we are transforming, also the word smooth transition is expected. The word smooth is important. Smooth. For this, you have to see the practicality. Where before I start this question, I said that when you read it, see from global perspective. As I was pointing out, I'm sitting with somebody, Dave, in Kenya, and I'm implementing this project. Same me traveling to Germany or Netherlands and sitting with somebody called John or Max doing the job with them. It's a cultural variations are there. In some cultures, things are directly given as a feedback. In some culture, they very submissive, they keep quiet. But that is not the case here. The case is a smooth transition, which means you look everyone as a knowledge worker and you behave as a SL. What is SL? Servant leader. If you don't know what it is, it's called knowledge worker. Who is a knowledge worker in a company? Who is a knowledge worker?
The team members who basically think before working.
Very good. Can we say everyone in the corporate is knowledge workers? We spend our time in our brain. I
Yes.
don't remember when I did my physical work in office. When I come back home, I do gardening work. I clean my car. I clean my house. I wash my dress. Yeah, I do some physical labor work. That's nice. But that is not earning me money. That's giving me a peace of mind. When I want to earn money or do something, I'm using my brain. I go to my office, utilize my brain thought process, do the planning, work with my executives, directors, CEOs. When I come to training center, I do training using my brain. Here, not physical labor. But point here is when I work with kind of knowledge workers, I'm also a knowledge worker. You're also a knowledge worker. When a servant leader, how we interact with the knowledge workers? The core of this question is in this area. If I am clear on this by reading from the book, either reading 12 Principles of Agile, right? Or reading Rita 11th book, PMBOK 7th edition, Agile Practice Guide properly, understanding why this is happening. We are in the year 2024. The world is changing. When I see from that direction, I will be answering this question in 30 to 40 seconds. I would answer this question. If this learning is not there, I would have struggled and would have answered two answers correctly. Maybe A, maybe D, maybe E. Another answer can go wrong. So this is what called question analysis. After you complete the question, once you see the right answers, for example, you know A is right answer, C is right answer, E is right answer. Now you have to question yourself, why this is right answer? Why my brain cannot think it? Or if you chosen the right answer, did I think in the same logic given in the justification? If I can spend time 20 minutes, for now at least we are discussing this question for 25 minutes, are we? Are we discussing for 20 minutes at least? One question.
Yes, yes.
But when we discuss one question for 20 minutes, have you got at least a 6 to 7 bullet points you learned today? Here, there, some other points you're learning. So
Yes.
One question can make you to learn more than 5-10 points. I'll repeat the same point what I said beginning of the class, beginning of this video. Quantity matters, but not always. You have to look for quality. It is not I answered 1,500 questions. Even one question I answered properly, understood it, that gives us self-confidence. Good job from most of you. Round of applause for the people who made a good discussion.